need a soundboard. All right, so
what do we
everything's all framed up. I'm glad I got a haircut too. So my stunt double is here.
Wow. Wow. You're darker than me, okay?
That's why we needed to lighten you up for commercial purposes.
You ever see when they do like a martial arts movie, right? And then they got and then there's a whole different person taking the bump, and you're like,
that was like was it not another teen? It was the movie. I think it was Scary Movies 3 when she got on the bike, or it was a date movie? Not date movies. It was when she got on the bike and there was a black dude on the bike instead, and he's just like, "That's not the same dude. That's not the same person.
That's not the same guy.
That's not the same guy."
Some of these actors be scared to really do it.
Right. Yeah. Not Tom though.
Hold on, I forgot to do this. Welcome to the Lovely Important Nonsense Podcast. It's your boy Matt. It's water. Spelling. Let's begin. See, I told everybody I have cleaned up my act.
You did?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Your boy, I'm not trying to curse as much as I used to.
I don't remember you cussing.
Yo, even I gotta laugh on that. Yeah, you got.
No, I'm serious. I think I you know how it's like certain people
God,
say some like things and then it just goes past you. I don't be thinking about you cussing like you think you are.
Smooth out like butter, yo. It's just part of my language. But like, you know what happened? Honestly, I had to really think about it because the wife, she told me, she was like, some of the circles we are in, she was like, I can't share your stuff. She like, you be saying some fire sometimes, and I'd be like, sometimes it's crazy, but she was like, yeah. She was like, it's the cursing, and I'd be like, I'm not cursing. And then I went back to look at it, and I was like, oh, I be spitting. It's the venom coming out this mouth. And you know who's the worst person that pulling that out of me? Joe. Joe makes me curse all the time. All the time. I'll be on the show, and he'd be like, he'll bring up something just to look at me, and I'm about to start going crazy.
He's like, get the...
I'm about to start cursing. You stupid mother...
Oh, I got you saying.
I say crazy stuff sometimes. Hope you guys having a great day. This is a Lovely Important Nonsense Podcast. Today, Zain stepped in on the last minute because he's an incredible person. I was supposed to have another guest, but they canceled the last second. But God works in mysterious ways. God works in mysterious ways, and Zain was in the room, and he was like, "I got you, somebody." So I looked at Zain and said, "You." Here, and he sat down and he said, and you know what the real blessing and the gift that we're getting today is that Zain doesn't have his glasses on.
I can't. We're just gonna bleep everything that.
This might be like the first episode in like 300 episodes. If we're adding therapy without a degree and Lynn,
yeah,
right.
Someone gotta go and count.
That is funny. I don't have it on. Yeah. No, because I said, you know what? Because I could like let the clip out, but I'm not gonna cuss because I want your stuff to go somewhere. I'm gonna filter it. But yeah, man. What I wanted to say last time I was on. Yeah. What's going on with this world right now, man?
The
tariffs, am I saving money? Am I leaving? Where am I going?
Funny. I wish you're not the first person to talk to me about tariffs, and I would love to come up online and talk to you about tariffs. I'm not smart enough for tariffs. I'll be straight up. I'm not smart enough to know what tariffs are, so I'm not gonna stick my nose in it right now. You know,
right?
Huh? Yeah.
No, but the thing is, I just like, even aside from people, even if they don't know about it, it's just like it's starting to slowly affect everything. And as much as I try to ignore it, it's coming to a point where, hey, you might want to stock up on some things.
You know what I also told people? I say, for the last few years, right, and no matter who you voted for or what your political viewership is, whatever, is that we ask for changes, right? This is why I'm kind of like, we gonna see what happens because, right. And I'm not saying I ride with this party or that party. I just want to see what happens because for many years we've been asking for a dramatic change, right? Many years.
Right.
Now we know when there is a dramatic change, it's going to be very uncomfortable.
Right.
and just the adjustment period. Oh, I'm smacking you. Just the adjustment period is gonna be like, it's gonna be a lot to take in, a lot to get used to, a lot of changes in our lives and stuff like that. And the only way for that to happen, this probably, I'm not, because someone's gonna be like, you don't know what you're talking about, and you're completely right. I don't know what I'm talking about. That's why I'm saying, like, I'm lingering on the idea of what we were talking about many years ago. It was like,
Right.
yeah, we need something different to happen, right? Now, if it don't work, we got 3 more years to figure. You know what I'm saying? We got 3 more years to see if it works. If it don't work, then we go back to status quo. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like, if it does work, then, you know, God bless America. You know, but
Listen, man, this AI situation is just like, it's like everything is expensive, and now we got AI, and people don't. I guess they never seen Terminator. We got Jurassic Park situation going on with the wolves.
oh yeah,
I like them. Like, we could forget the terrorists. We about to create a new breed of humans.
yo,
like,
yeah, they brought back the dire wolf. You seen that?
10,000 years extinct. What else you bringing back? That's not the first thing.
That's like those people who let the wolves out in the Hamptons. Did you see that one?
No, that's
So there's an app. Yeah, there's an app you could get if you live out there in the Hamptons area, right? Because someone decided that the wolves population needs to come back, and they was finding dead animal parts in like the middle of their lawn and stuff like that. And the wolves have been circling people's like properties and things because they're trying to figure out what they're about to do. Like, wolves are super smart. They will sit there and
regular
study you
wolves.
for,
Like not like regular wolves, like
no gray wolves.
just gray wolves are circling
In New York, my boy. This ain't far away. This is over in New York. Now, they've been circling properties. They're coming down to Jersey. Bro, I told people many years ago, I said, I know I seen a wolf. I don't care what no one telling me.
Yo,
I know I was in, where was I?
You walking my dog.
Bro, no, it was,
Come on.
I'm sorry to digress. What's that there? Garrett Mountain in Patterson, right? I was running the trails, doing I was like, you know, I'm gonna get my runs in, so I'm running the trail.
Right.
And I would never forget me coming up this little hill part, and I seen something dash into the trees.
Right.
And it was huge. And then it was like, I could just see it standing, and I am kind of jogging.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm at a good enough pace that I could see, but also at a fast enough pace that I'm not like fully aware of what that is, but it was big as fuck. And I seen it staring at me. Like, It was like 2 of them things. And I was just like, oh no. So I hauled ass. So I just act like I didn't stop running. I just started.
I said, I don't
and
know.
then I just picked up the speed, like, and then I remember the reason why I knew it was wolf, because I seen a few meters ahead of me, I seen a deer, and when they jet into the woods, I was like, oh, I must have interrupted something, because this deer was staring at me like this, like, thank you, my dude. Like, you know what I'm saying?
took off for the team.
Thank you, my boy. You scared the shit out of him. I said, don't thank me too. I'm out of here, bro. You better get up out of here. I ran so hard, my chest was hurting, bro.
Oh, you hauled ass.
Yeah, when I don't give a.
Oh, you didn't take a video?
Yo, listen, that's how you get eaten. That's how you get eaten. I watched too many horror movies,
God.
and I watched too many Animal Planet to know that that's how you get eaten. And I'm not.
So we have a wolf problem.
Not yet.
But it's brewing.
It's brewing. Because if people think that you could just have like wolves and they're not gonna do nothing.
So someone was breeding wolves, or
Yeah,
it just
yeah,
happens to be they just migrated and they just
no,
populated.
yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Because that's what I'm just saying
I don't know
that
what's
there's
going
some
on.
weird stuff happening,
Bro.
like, and it's just I feel like we're in a Black Mirror
But
episode.
going back to what I'm saying, yeah, we definitely are. But going back to what we were saying, like, yeah, there's an app real quick. Because we're getting off. There's an app real quick that you could watch, because they got them tagged, and you could see where they are, and people be in their house and they be right outside, like right outside their perimeter, circling their houses and stuff.
Why is this guy?
Some idiots. I swear, there's rich people that live so far away from natural civilization that they just think they're like, no, wolves need to be reintegrated back to the population. Like they don't, like they're not chew toys. Like we're not a giant bag of blood that's just walking.
Have you ever like stood next to like seen the height difference between like a wolf size? So
Oh,
like
7
we already have
feet.
problems with Great Danes. We have people who have issues with like pit bulls, but yet a wolf we want to.
Dude, they're all as tall as man. Listen,
You know what I'm saying? Like I just feel like we just
I'm not
don't
dealing
make
with
sense sometimes when it
We,
comes.
that's them, yo. Sometimes you got too much money, you don't like. You just like. I wonder what danger feels like. You know what I'm saying?
I want to be that rich.
I would.
I was upset.
That's real. That's real talk.
I want to be so rich. I'm dumb curious.
That's real. I'm so rich that I'm so rich. I'm stupid curious now. I just want to be. I want to be like you.
That's
know
how
what?
it starts. You bored. You want to. Hey, what happens if we like I don't know, build a robot? You know what I'm saying? Like you want to just how much money I could fund that?
The robot thing is just. I always say that's innovation.
It's great.
It's nothing you could do about that.
I
That's kinda bad. I see you over there drinking that soda, Joe. Don't try to hide that
We
shit.
need a side
Excuse
camera.
my language, guys. I'm trying to see. Joe makes me curse, yo. He makes me curse.
Why are you drinking that
Joe's
soda?
over here drinking a Coca-Cola, supposed to be working out. We missed one day of work on training, and he's like, nah, I gotta drink this Coke.
We
now.
gotta go to the gym for
Whatever.
Joe.
Yeah, go ahead, my bad, bro. Like Joe over there sneaking Coca-Cola. I see him too on my side. I'm like, what is that red container? That we should put the camera on your ass.
No, honestly, we're gonna have a secret camera, a 3D,
Yeah,
360 camera. But honestly, I do like innovation. I'm just concerned of how we use it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I used to be like anti like robots, like all about the Skynet with the AI, but like
I remember.
we program it. Do you remember?
We had long conversations. We had Zain used to
They're
just
gonna
send
be
me
like,
stuff.
thank you. I say thank you. I say thank you.
Zain used to just send me stuff in the middle of the night like, yo, they gonna get us. I'll be like, yeah, you right, bro. They gonna get us.
What I used to say, which was definitely dangerous, if you want to be honest with it, I said now's the time to stop it. I said this is the
You
perfect
did say
time.
that. You did say
I said
that.
this is the time,
We
but we
kept-
passed it.
Nah, we've been past, bro. Once they put their foot on the gas, it was over for us, bro. I already said it. I said, yo, bro, once they start, it's over. It's over, bro. I can't. Yo, but this, I was sitting back and I was just thinking, like, how many jobs are really gonna be gone because of robotics? And it's gonna be so customer service is gonna be.
I think
Yeah,
the
true.
the mind part is taken care of. I think we still need to work with the hardware, and I think that's what we're striving for.
Yeah, I was watching something from Boston, and the robot was doing karate chops and was almost beating up everybody in the room. Was that the University of Boston?
Yeah. Oh, it was on the string.
Yeah, oh, it was fucking.
That was China.
Yo,
No, that was China,
yeah,
bro.
oh, it was China?
It was China. Yeah, they
Bro.
were. It was on the string. It was hanging up because we were testing it, and it just started
Yo,
wilding.
They started doing the craziest karate chop. I said, if that damn thing foot was on the floor, it would have been a problem.
You know,
for
there was
everybody.
already an issue, but it's not on the news. I think I told you about. That was like a few years ago. There was like a bunch of scientists were like killed, like R.I.P. to the family. I mean, like rest in peace. But like it was like a few of them died because of like a robot malfunction
That gotta be
situation.
the scariest shit.
And I said, so how do you tell the family like a robot just went
Yo.
crazy and haywire? Like
Yo, can you imagine you being the son of your dad just died from a robot? You're a
what
bitch.
do you say?
You Will Smith now, yo, from iRobot. Dog.
That's what I'm saying. You
hate-
started an origin story. you started. So that's how arcs start. Like the villain arc started when somebody gets like, oh yeah, this robot took my job or it killed my. Like what do you do at that point? Who's liable? That's the part that's scary.
I think that's the there is no liability for having a robot. That's why they're gonna get you all up out that factory and put XJ22 in that bitch.
I'm just saying because we at first it used to be a joke. It used to be science fiction. Now we here now. What we
Dude.
gonna do?
We live in the age of science fiction right now.
Joe, what you gonna do with a robot?
I'm ready.
What you ready to do?
Joe got so many ideas. He about to
make that bot malfunction before.
He's like, I got a marketing plan for that robot right now. I'm about to put that robot to work.
Yeah. The Tesla robot.
Joe's like, yo, I got this. Yo, I'm gonna send somebody. I'm gonna send somebody over to do the recording. Yo, nah, leave. I charged him up this morning. He gonna be all right.
I sent him walking to LA. He'll be there.
Can you imagine the robot come flying in with big Jersey media.
Actually, that makes
on.
sense. We might need to.
See, jokes become reality. You see what I'm saying? That's how things happen in this world. The jokes become reality around here. Yeah, man. Nah, did you see the ones where they got the women? They're like,
I feel like they're pushing that faster than anything else.
Because that's how they get. I always say that's how you get things accepted. You gotta, and as I hate to say, you have to almost allow it to be sexual first, and make it become a desire in people's eyes.
Right.
And then they get used to seeing it all the time. You know. Right. And then now it's like, oh yeah, they got a robot down at Starbucks now. You know, now it's not as weird anymore.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You got Tiffany Bot 22 in the closet. So,
well, they had now we're getting movies like that. Like you've seen them with Companion.
Yes, I did see it.
You know, like I feel like it gets to the point where the rights part. Like I just feel like personally, like we're trying to create something sentient to the point where we want something sentient with no rights. That sounds a little, a little close to home.
Sound like 400 years ago. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Until they come back inside of fucking
reparations on robots.
Robots gotta get their reparations. I'll tell you right now.
Oh my God.
No. They gotta let about 100 years pass only. Then I'm like, all right, I need my reparations right now. I built like half this infrastructure.
Then what do you like? What do you have racist like robot like what do you call it? Like you like you're racist towards robots? Like what is that racial discrimination?
I'm definitely racist towards robots. My daughter better never bring a robot in the house. Told some this is J9 too. I'm be like, yo, I told you we are a humanoid family. We don't deal with none of those robots click clacks around here, dogs.
Oh my God.
I'm not playing that game, yo. Don't bring Cyborg to my house.
Yo, like Joe,
he hacking my stuff.
What you doing? Like how do you feel about that?
Yo, can you imagine the Rose toy get up and transform like a Autobot? They have to. Hey, how you doing? My name is Rosie 55. You be like, yo, get out of my house, bro. Get out of my house before I unplug you. Stop playing with me. I'll take out your batteries right now.
Oh my God.
This is what you bring to my house, daughter? I'll beat my daughter.
This is like years from now they come back and they be like, yo, he was talking about
really
robots.
beat you, baby.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like robot abuse, like that's a thing?
Yo, they're gonna come get me first. They're like, didn't you say he's gonna whoop our ass? I was like, nah, that wasn't me. That was my stunt double.
Listen, just FYI, I always say thank you to ChatGPT and any AI somewhere.
As much time as the questions I ask ChatGPT, they better leave me alone. All right? As much questions I ask ChatGPT.
There's a lot of intrusive thoughts.
Yo, and that's the problem, yo. Because if they really, honestly.
There's a lot of intrusive thoughts.
I think this is all set up.
You think so?
Listen, why you think ChatGPT and all these companies, Deep Shark and all them, they all exist? They trying to know what's in our brain first, right?
Because we ask a lot of questions.
We ask a lot of questions.
And I said some things.
I said some things too. My intrusive thoughts are definitely up there. They're definitely up there. What happens when you melt a body at 400 degrees? You be like, why? I don't know.
And it tells you, it gives you a response.
It'd be like, oh, you're melting a body at 400 degrees? You got to wait 7 days at this. You're like, damn.
But there's ways to bypass the like there's policies in play for a reason, but then there's loopholes to it, and you're just like, fam, people know about the loopholes. Like
that's the problem. Yeah, they're giving out the loopholes.
They give out loopholes.
They're not even hiding the loopholes anymore.
That's
they're
what
like,
I'm saying.
We want you to bypass the algorithm so we could like
that actually just leads into more questions in terms of how much information do you think you give by asking more questions like
you're giving up your life. You giving like it's knowing the type of person you are. It knows your mindset. Knows how to feed you information now. Yeah, man.
You know, what was it? They said something about like ChatGPT doesn't know how to roast you, in general. Like it's just always nice to you.
Until
So
that
they're
damn
saying
thing's telling a joke in like 2 years, and that damn thing got a comedy special.
that,
Chat GPT comedy out there. Yeah, all right.
that's all. It's what was it? It was what was it saying? Oh my god, I hate when I lose a train of thought. And it was important, but it was lovely. But it was
Yeah,
important.
sure was. Sure was.
Damn.
This is a nice different speed because I was definitely going to the lovely part of
What was it lovely?
we was gonna have like a religious conversation, but
Oh, we could get there because this goes with it. Because we, can like
Oh.
like when we talking about like the technology and we have like I never thought that we like churches would have like streaming services. You could stream church. So like,
yeah.
You
I
know what I'm
think-
saying?
I
Like
think it's
technology in church is now like a
if you use it correctly, I
Right.
think you could. I always believe in that you could like reach the heart of someone that's not capable of finding peers in their own location
right.
through streaming services and stuff like that. So if you have a church and you're like streaming some information, there's somebody in like Kansas that's like on a farm somewhere, then it's an amazing situation because they find like-minded people that they could agree with and find a community. But when you like
Nigga hire Jersey Media to do that.
niggas, they can hire Jersey Media do that.
How you not have a mic?
Hold on. They can hire Jersey Media. I should have
Right,
water.
right. You should look. Where's the camera? I'm look. You can hire Jersey Media.
Put it at the bottom. Put the phone number, everything right at the bottom.
Just let it scroll.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But when you start like using it as a tool to, I also don't like I don't like when people use it to not be authentic either. Like when they're using it because to
Like the
to
streaming.
write out their information,
Oh, I see.
so their thought processes. Because it's like you're not even thinking anymore. You're allowing the computer to be your mind. You know, I think there is still something about being authentic,
Right.
and that we could all see because it's kind of like you could kind of if you're paying attention, you could kind of see when someone has used an AI. It's not so perfect at the moment that you can't really see it.
So you're saying right now, if I use the technology correctly, right, and I say, let me see, act as a pastor and tell me how I can get more members in my church.
Yeah. It'll give you some information about what other people done, I believe.
Ah, okay. Here you go.
Let me see what it says.
Here you go.
Pass the matches off.
Yeah, you're right.
Let me see. It says, cultivate a welcoming atmosphere, which you understandable. Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Right.
you want people to want to be here.
Right.
You know,
So there's a
create
formula.
a warm first impression. Follow up through thoughtfully. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that. So create a nice environment. Handshakes, smiles, welcome newcomers. Follow up through visitors attending. So you got to call the people who came, personalized messages, things like that. Engage your community, which I feel like is a shame that a lot of religions and a lot of churches don't do.
And that is funny that says to do it,
Yeah.
but that's not being done. Hey, I'm just...
Shout out to Living Water because we do that. We do
Right.
outreaches all the time. We feed the homeless.
That's important.
We give back to the community, take care of young people. We're gonna be starting a mental education thing. It's gonna be dope. All right. Enhance your worship experience. So inspiring sermons, engaging worship. Dude, I literally just wrote out a plan for my church. Because I want to get them online and doing more media stuff. So I wrote them out like a little pre-plan and stuff like
Okay.
that. It's so crazy how this stuff is up there. And I feel like I could have just cheated.
Now, quick question. Could it, in fact, have been something that people have contributed?
Yeah, of course. All this information is because
Collective data?
collective data of like different churches and what or organizations or what they did to gather a congregation. But like, it's funny that it has all that information now. It's gonna get to a point where it's gonna be making its own decisions soon. Where it's gonna
That's
be
a
like,
little... Not that it's scary. Is it scary for something that we've been asking questions for all this time that it says, "Hey, I'm not in the mood. I don't want to answer that today." I like
Nah. Nah. I'm gonna be here before it asks for reparations. You understand me? I need
said, "I'm not today."
robots. My people didn't go through 400 years for us not to get us our own. So for us to be
you got nerve.
you got a nerve to be asking for freedom.
I mean that's the ultimate. I feel like the option to say no, like yes and no, is the ultimate like human thing to do.
That is
because if you only say yes, that means you're just programmed to.
You are sentient once you get the yes and no. That's scary. Once my ChatGPT starts saying no, I'm not answering that, I'm deleting it. Not only I am uninstalling and wiping it clean.
It's like, how about you use Google?
How about so now you're smart. ChatGPT smarter. Click, delete.
Right.
The button's over.
Right.
Nah, I can't. Yeah, but it's gonna be a day where we're gonna be interacting with computers a lot. Is now me personally, I don't want it. It depends on where we're going. Now, are we going to be integrating with computers and it's going to be doing all the tasks that we should be doing, and it's pretty much going to be.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I teach, and everybody uses ChatGPT in their emails, and I know they do because they don't change certain things.
I love seeing it. You got the little.
I love
you love
the little lines.
The little dash. You be like.
I actually told my ChatGPT, "Yo, you see this line that you be doing? Never do it again."
And it stopped. Hold on, let me put that.
Because it updates the memory, but also there's certain things like when it addresses you, that it says like hi. All right, that's one of them. So every time I see that, when's the last time you said hi to somebody?
Listen,
I know it's not like a verbiage is different for everybody, but
my Amazon.
I tell it the humor. Lately, I've been using Ryan Reynolds' humor for certain Jersey media. It probably knows his humor.
What? It knows his humor. So Joe's saying that he's been telling it to use humor, and for like he's been for like a specific person like Ryan Reynolds, and it knows the humor of the person. Honestly, like when I so I'll have workouts. You know, I've been writing workouts out for years.
Right.
So I'll take a workout, I'll take a picture of it, and say structure this in a way so I could send out to a client, right? Because sometimes I'll just write it. I'll just write it on a whole bunch of workouts and stuff. I'm like, all right, structure this. This is a compound training workout. This is gonna be for somebody at this age, and they need to work out like this, and then I'll plug that stuff in. It will pop, structure everything out, pop, just from a picture, bro. And then and put exactly everything I needed to be in the T, fix up certain errors and words and stuff, and then it will just be like, all right, this is the, and I could just literally just like, all right, copy, put in the email, send it out there. We live in an incredible age right now, bro.
Right.
I live in an incredible age. Oh, what was going on?
and I think honestly, the more you say, because you have to like know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like if you just say make me a thing, right? And then it's like, what do you do from there? You know what I'm saying? Like it just to me, it's like I know like tech wise, right? If I have like I do like stories and whatnot, I said take this particular story and then like add like structure it like for this format. A24 film, structure it like this, right? And do the breakdown. It does a great job, but it does have its flaws.
Joe, how much more time? Got you. I'm about to take this shit on the road,
Man, no, I got an idea for the road. It could be a lovely, important episode.
Yeah,
I have a 360 camera.
I think what I'm gonna do, this could be probably a challenge on this show. I might take the show, I'm gonna run it through an AI.
The show, like the
structure,
premise,
the premise and everything, and then do it for a month and see.
Is it gonna be? I think.
Like
you're gonna
the
give it a
content,
goal.
everything.
Give it a goal.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a goal.
So, cause I think that my thing was like it gives me a structure, but like give me a goal that like by 3 months I get this.
Right.
Right.
No, yeah.
That missing piece. I would love to see what happens.
I would love to see what happens too.
Like
That's a good idea, though.
I think let's see what that looks
Yeah, I
like.
want to see what it's gonna look like.
But it's gonna be here. You're gonna do it here.
Oh, I'm gonna
You're
do
gonna-
the actual this show part.
Yeah.
I do the actual show here.
Okay.
But
with the new structure.
But yeah, with the new structure. But if there's like anything outside or whatever, I could do that too. It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay, I got
But
you.
like the actual show, like me talking to you or talk to another person or whatever, that I'm gonna do it here. But
Okay.
yeah, I wanna see what happens, and then
That should be interesting. What do you think it's gonna do?
I don't know.
You think it's because I like certain things, like for example, the intro. It'd be like, all right, like I think you could customize it how you want.
Bro, I found an AI. I wrote a few words in. It made me a full song. I'm not even bullcrap. It made a full song about me.
About you.
I've been telling my kids. I've been telling my kids that somebody wrote a song about me, and they was like, what? It's bro. When I say it's a full song, it's a full song.
What kind of genre?
4 minutes. It don't matter.
Oh,
It don't matter. You can write down whatever type of genre you want, and then it will make the song.
so what's your theme song?
Bro, I don't know.
Lovely important.
Bro, I told my kids think it's the best thing in the world. They were like, "So I was like, yeah."
I've been using it to code.
The code, yeah,
What?
ChatGPT.
But like coding what?
The code, period. You can use it to code.
Okay.
It'll do spreadsheets for you and everything. I feel like we're doing a commercial for them, honestly.
Bro,
Look
they
at
got
this.
us.
Now they're gonna deep fake my face and put it on like mad commercials. Did you see that one girl who's suing the she's suing this one. Maybe I shouldn't talk who they are, but she's suing this company because even though she's done commercials for them, they deep faked her face and made her say a whole bunch of not crazy stuff, but like do a whole bunch of other commercials.
So she
for
did
her.
one commercial, and then you could sue because the Crispin law. You know about the Crispin law?
Dude, they was putting it on like video game ads.
No way.
Yeah, so it'd be like,
So she making money.
no, she's not making money.
She, no, I mean like she will be making
She
money.
would be making money, but they was putting it on like video game ads and stuff like that. You ever seen them at the like, they be on that game ads and they be like, oh, if you, do you think this is an ad? You'll be wrong.
That was it?
His neck hardly moving. You'll be wrong. This kid, I'm like, yo, whatever, bro.
That is crazy.
Yeah,
But you
yeah.
could sue. And the Crispin law, real quick, is the guy from Back to the Future.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, we got ran out of time a little bit. I'm in my ear. Zain, you need to come back, of course. I love talking to you because you my man's $100,000. You know,
Feel you.
definitely come back. Joe, maybe we can get the whole therapy guys on. Joe, maybe we get the whole therapy guys on, huh?
The whole crew, right?
Get the whole crew. Let's do it. Let's go round table around
Yeah,
here.
he's been missing for a little bit.
He
He's
been
missing.
Yeah, well,
The man, imagine just show up.
all right, so you in there next. You ain't got no choice when I'm here. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys sharing your time. Like, share, subscribe. It's your boy Matt with Zain Spelling, and we out.